Hey guys, so welcome back to Geek Freak, and today we're going to be looking at Cyberpunk, and to be honest, I'm thinking more of an open table discussion. So I've been spending some time doing some research, trying to understand what exactly happened with this game. Sadly enough, I wasn't able to purchase it on launch, but after what I've seen, I think I'm going to be putting my money away for a little bit. It's been a pretty controversial launch, to say so the least. Between the incredibly visceral bugs down to accusations of racist character development all the way through to I don't even know what I saw in my last video. I've seen some really rough designs on this game, so I just want to open up the discussion. Do you believe, after everything I'm going to present to you, that CD Projekt Red should be given a fair chance to work on it? Do you think they need to shelf this? Let's have a chat about it in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe, and let's get into it. So, let's talk Cyberpunk 2077. Let's talk about the dangers of hype and overhyping a game. The main reason this was a release that basically fell on its face was because the expectation placed on CD Projekt Red was probably some of the highest put on. The Witcher itself was an incredible title, something that came to pass as a legend of gaming. And though initially with its release it did have a few fundamental technical issues, the game was still fairly playable and it was still fairly recommendable. In regards to Cyberpunk, we're staring down a barrel. For the first time, gamers have realized that the amount of money we're willing to spend in relation to being able to play our best games versus what we spent on the equipment, the PlayStation 4s, PlayStation 5s, PCs, Xbox Series X's and Xbox Ones, has to be justified, and at this point CD Projekt Red have done none of the sort. The fact that the game eventually got pulled off the PlayStation Store, the fact that that CD Projekt Red itself offered full refunds, the fact that we are staring down one of the worst releases of all time, the fact that employees of CD Projekt Red have even started to turn on the company, have shown that this has been nothing more than an absolutely dismal failure. When I was originally conceptualizing my video, I thought to myself, let me defend these guys. They've done a good job. And I started to realize that's the problem. So many people are on a mission to defend this poor excuse for a project that we'd been promised for the good better part of a decade. At the end of the day, I'm actually fairly upset. Only in the sense that I did side with CD Projekt in the beginning. I fought off and I battled for them. But now, upon staring at this situation dismally fall out of control, the company losing any sort of control or systems to be able to at least explain to people what's going on, their own employees running out and absolutely trashing everything. I mean, it's nothing short of a shit show. And this is a shit show we're not particularly interested in seeing. So CD Projekt Red, ultimately, you guys need to get your story straight. And you guys need to fix this desperately fast. Because faith in this game is dying. The storyline looks like it itself was the only thing that was completed to fruition. Everything else looks like it still needs work. And that's the part that upsets us. Look, we'll take our licks. We shouldn't have pushed you so hard. But you should have been honest to say this game was far off. Beyond Good and Evil 2, Dying Light 2, Skull and Bones, a series we're still waiting for. And at least the developers have been honest to say they're not even close to ready. And if they choose to can them, they can them. But CD Projekt, you can't go out and give everyone half-baked material, charge us max price for it, and then tell us we're going to fix it later. You are going to fix it later, and I think this game is going to still come out pretty. But at the end of the day, you've disappointed us massively. We didn't expect a perfect release. We knew there were going to be bugs. We knew there were going to be issues. A game like this, so conceptual, so bloody new, so well worked on. We knew it was going to have problems on the current video machines. It can barely hold together with games that are conceptualized with this generation systems. But what you guys have done now is you've basically mocked us again. Go get a new system. You have to spend 12,000 Rand. You have to spend 30,000 Rand. You have to spend a crazy amount of money so that you can enjoy the product we promised 2 years ago. Honestly, I understand why everyone is so upset. Because I too. I'll be honest, I didn't invest in the day one copy and I still don't have Cyberpunk. I myself still play on a base PS4 and I'm not interested in actually being mocked by a company I used to champion. Because at the end of the day, you are going to work on it. You are going to improve things and you're going to fix your public relations. But you should have looked at the backlash and you should have understood how it would feel. People have invested money, time, traded in games, done everything they could to get a hold of this. And you give them that. CD Projekt Red, you've disappointed us. That being said, this is the dangers of overhyping. This is the issues we ran into with Death Stranding. These are the issues we ran into with a lot of recent titles. When they're overhyped, a lot of danger can be caused because the expectations become almost unmatchable. You're expected to include systems in your game that you didn't even think about simply because you talked about how it's going to be the greatest game ever. I understand marketing strategies, but at the end of the day, one thing that's always made gaming work is when devs are honest, because we know that this product is going to be something we stick with. It's going to be something we put hours into. It's going to be something we put time into, invest our emotions, our feelings, our understanding. So lying to us is a waste of time. CD Projekt Red, you've really disappointed all of us. We truly had faith in Cyberpunk, and you killed that faith very quickly. I hope you'll be willing to work on this and understand that it's going to take the gaming public some time to recover that trust. Because just like in EA, or recently just like Crystal Dynamics, you seem to be willing to sell us the world and hand us a plastic bag full of garbage, and we're not particularly interested anymore. We as gamers are well invested, and there's a lot of amazing titles to go back and play. So if you want us to continue to actually have any faith in any project you come out with, if you want people to even consider investing in The Witcher 4, or if you want to see yourselves start to fall and crumble with any of your new IPs, the ball's in your court, guys. You need to decide how you're going to approach everything. So I humbly ask you, fix this mess. Because to be honest, it's the worst situation we've ever been in as gamers. No one has ever seen a game this broken that people threw so much into. And that's my video, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking part. This was a bit of a longer one than usual, so if you did stick through to the end, I do appreciate the view time. Please like, share, and subscribe, and stay with us here at Geek Afrique.